What we're going to be doing today is conducting a movement to contact with a platoon of 3 Leopard 2A4s. You can, of course, pause it here to read the briefing, but essentially, here we are. We have to get there within about 30 minutes. So, as per usual, we'll go ahead and start out by conducting a march to get into proper positioning, and from there we'll transition into an engagement tactic and see where we go from there. What I'm thinking of doing is maneuvering to the north, going down this road here, coming out in this area, and then trying to use this northern corridor to approach objective docks. But we'll see how that works. Obviously, the enemy always has a say in what you're doing and what your plan is. Let's get started.
Loader ready, stay low loader.
Go ahead and speed everything up as we move through here. Okay, so far everything's pretty normal. Going to, again, execute that engage tactic, maneuver through here. It's always nerve-wracking when you're moving across this much terrain with just one platoon. You're definitely at a potential disadvantage just based on the fact that we have absolutely no idea where we're going to encounter the enemy. So, something worth considering for sure. Going to assume the enemy's likely in this direction, so I'm going to go to an echelon left formation.
Contact! TCs! Left!
Yep, there we go. There he is.
Gunner, Sabo, PC! Fire, fire! Target! Ceasefire!
Alright, we've loaded heat. Based on the terrain we're entering, I want to reload Sabo, so you can do that by default by double tapping the insert key on your keyboard, and you're telling your loader to remove the heat round, put it back in your ready rack, and then load your Sabo round. Alright, we're going to transition to a column as we maneuver down this route here. I'm actually going to go into a march right up to that point, make sure our spacing is close, speed is going to be fast. We'll see if we can speed through this part. Alright, relatively uneventful. Now what I want to do is come out in this clearing up ahead, move back into a wedge formation, and then continue forward.
Reverse left.
Alright, we're going to pause here, move into a wedge, and start moving forward. I want to try to maneuver along this northern corridor, if at all possible. So far we've encountered fairly light resistance, so I'm definitely worried about what we might be.
Tank.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Great times.
Fire! Target! Cease fire! Up!
Okay, now tanks normally come in platoons of 3 if you're talking about Soviet doctrine. Yep, there it is. He's active. Got him.
Up!
Alright. I want to start engaging in that direction. And I want to go ahead and put my formation online. I'm going to assume the enemy was using not great ammunition. Which is probably why we survived that hit. There we are. Kill it, guys.
Cannot identify. Identify. Fire! Fire! Target!
Alright, well,
Gunner, Sabo, BC. Fire, fire, heat.
he'll kind of have to defend for himself.
Target!
Or fend for himself, I should say.
Re-engage. Fire! Target! Cease fire.
Alright, I'd like to actually have my formation stop here, conduct a reload. Now, since our other tank's tracks hit, obviously they're disabled. Normally that's repaired in 35 minutes, but they happen to get hit and basically bust a fuel line. So when you've got an issue there,
Roger.
and that they're going to run out of fuel and basically become a bunker, which is unfortunate. Gonna go ahead and get into a line. We'll continue forward with our movement to contact. Of course, fairly nervous about what we might find on the other side of that hill. So one of the tricks with the Leopard you can do is turn your engines off and simply listen to see if you hear any movement. Alright, sounds quiet. Now you can do this with the M1 series of tanks as well, or well, really any tanks in the game, but the M1 with its turbine engine takes quite a bit longer to activate, so you can potentially put yourself at a very big disadvantage if you happen to turn your engines off at the right time, or the wrong time, I should say in this case. I'm gonna set our speed to slow so we've got a little bit better ability to scan the horizon. Oh boy.
PC. Fire, fire. Target. Ceasefire. Fire to gun. Target.
Alright, where there are 2, there's normally 3.
Gunner, heat, PC.
Yep, there we go.
Fire. Target. Ceasefire.
Reload Sabo, continue to mount.
Sniper up.
Alright, I'm going to pause here and conduct a reload and also turn our engines off, see if we can hear anything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roger.
Amazing how much you
Roger.
can hear without the roar of the engine. Alright, we're going to continue forward now.
1. Short count follows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now the whole purpose of a short count is so that if the enemy's listening, you don't hear multiple engines turning off at different times. It sounds like just one engine, so the enemy's not able to ascertain your strength if they're listening in. Darn bush. Not seeing anything so far. Doesn't mean we're in the clear. Nope, of course not. Enemy tank somewhere was spotted by one of our guys.
Gunner, Sabo tank.
There he is.
Re-engage.
Try it again.
Fire. Ceasefire. Up. Traverse right. Through. Fire and adjust. Target. Target. Fire and adjust. Target.
Yeah, really not a big fan of engaging troops this close.
Fire
But
and adjust. Target.
the one guy took a lot of hits, I'll give him that. Alright, let's see if we can move directly into the objective. And hopefully in this mission.
Traverse right.
Alright, cool. That concludes this mission. So, major victory, killed 9 vehicles. Pretty cool. We personally killed 6. So, as stated before, this is included with the base game of Steel Beast, and your OPFOR are randomly generated every single time. So, if you're getting into the game and learning it, this is a very good map, or mission, I should say, to really be able to maneuver through and get familiar with basic tank tactics. We'll go ahead and go to the beginning, run through this, see what all we encounter. Alright, so there's that first PC destroyed. Move forward, get into a gunfight with those tanks. I'm actually curious about what hit the or they specifically got hit. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. So continuing on, conducted a reload there, continued forward, did a short halt, continued forward, engaged those enemy PCs, moved forward again in a cautious manner, encountered that enemy tank, engaged and destroyed it. I actually want to see how that went. Okay, so first round hit right at the side. Yeah, I could see that as a glancing blow. We got hit. That's actually a very good hit, but fortunately we survived, and then hit them basically right in the vicinity of the driver's hatch and the turret ring, so that was catastrophic. Continuing on, moved through, mopped up some infantry, then got on the objective itself. So, as you can see, pretty fun, short little mission. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.